Good morning, Magda.
Good morning, Tom.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And you?
Good. We got the weekend coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank God it's Friday, they say.
Yeah. What are you planning to do during the weekend?
Oh, still kind of boring with the lockdown and stuff. We're still kind of shut down. So try to not get sick before my vaccine shot in 1 week. Little exercise, little yoga, a little sunshine out there, which is nice. So
Wow.
good. And you? And you?
Some activities like jogging or barbecue. It's the opposite.
Okay, no problem. You can afford to eat a lot of barbecue if you go jogging first, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so let's get on it. First story of the day we got. What do we got today?
We start with not so good news because Poland's leading retailer LPP reports 30% drop in revenues and loss. The owner of the reserved and crop clothing brands has had the worst period in its history. Due to the pandemic, the LPP group reported a 190 million zlotys loss in 2020.
Yeah, this comes after they've just published their annual report for 2020. Well, the worst period, who hasn't had the worst period in the last 12 months? Pretty difficult time for a lot of people and obviously for the retailers. It's also a bit of a lesson. I mean, CCC, the footwear guys, of course, made a huge shift to online a couple of years ago with this purchase of eObuwie. Have you ever bought shoes from eObuwie?
Yeah.
You know this guy? Yeah, well, that's the CCC guys, and they paid a fortune a couple of years ago, which positioned them perfectly well in this e-commerce business. But LPP got stuck a little bit, looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever buy stuff from a reserved or crop?
Yeah, of course. Very often.
Okay. Have you ever bought anything online from them or only in the shop?
Yeah, especially now I'm buying something online.
Okay, cool. Okay, next story.
ESL Gaming and Intel pledge $100 million to esports in 3-year extension. Esports organizer and production company ESL Gaming and technology giant Intel have agreed a 3-year renewal of their sponsorship agreement, including the Intel Extreme Masters in Katowice in 2025.
Big deal. The esports business is big. Do you ever do esports online?
No.
I mean, it's a huge thing. It's big.
Wow.
Well, $100 million sponsorship package, it's a big money deal. So surprisingly big after the gaming business. It's, it's online sports competitions, online only. Well, okay, big deal. Okay, next story, Korea.
Korean kids, am I right with the pronunciation?
I don't know. I'll go with that. I won't correct you, so let's take it. Yeah.
Polish factory pushes for 100% renewable energy. Skiet Technology and SK Innovation subsidiary producing lithium-ion battery separators announced on April 28th that it will use eco-friendly power at its plant in Poland.
These guys are a supplier to the huge growth of the battery business coming in, led by the Koreans in Poland, as you mentioned even yesterday. So that you don't know the name, I don't know the name either, but they're probably a multi-billion-dollar supplier to the automotive sector in the world. Anyway, another good news for Poland and southern Poland. Okay, over to the next story.
Conimpacts extends rubber distribution deal with Sibur. Polish distributor Konimpex has extended a distribution agreement with Sibur, covering the supply of the Russian petrochemicals majors nitrile butadiene rubber.
I'm glad you're saying that and not me. Yeah. Again, good pronunciation.
I wasn't sure, but
well, I'm not sure either, but let's say it's good. Yeah. Okay, well, that's another automotive supplier network, the rubber business, supplying tires and that kind of stuff to car companies, among lots of other producers as well. Okay, Poland prize. Next story.
86 million zlotys to 16 accelerators for Poland prize. The Polish Agency for Enterprise Development has announced the results of the Accelerative Program's Poland prize competition, and 33 accelerators took part in the competition. Yeah,
that's a cool story. Poland prize, of course, is meant to kickstart companies that will relocate and set up in Poland and grow their business in Poland. And we have a few of the names there. By the way, the full names of the companies are on our BiznesPolska website. So if you go through the newsletter every day, you'll find the full PDF of the companies. But they're, for example, Excel Point got 12 million euros, 12 million zlotys. Łódzki Special Economic Zone, as well as Krakow Special Economic Zone, each got about 12 million zlotys for this initiative. Huge thing, 10 million. Blue Dot Solutions, 7 million. Kielicka, so in Kielce, the technology park there, brought in 8 million on this prize. And the Krakow Startup Accelerator, 7 million zlotys. And the last one on my list is Huge Tech with the Idea Global Poland prize, 11 million. So good for those guys. Good job. Hope you spend it well. So next story.
SunRoof raises 20 million zlotys for solar roofs rollout. Founded by brothers Karol and Lech Kaniuk, SunRoof Technology raised 20 million zlotys in funding in the seed round, backed by Innovo Venture partners.
Yeah, that's great. That's Rafael Plutetsky, who's based in Spain, you know, a serial entrepreneur. They're going to make it work. Another good deal from Innovo Venture Partners. We can see their name popping up quite a few times. Okay, next story.
Next story is the first ever Polish Apple Night held in Taipei. And can you say something about it?
Well, Taiwan, wonderful place. I was there 20 some odd years ago. Beautiful place, wonderful. I call it the real China, the real capitalist China. Wonderful place, growing fast. And this is Pai supporting Polish exports of apples. There are like 16 or 18 Polish apple exporters who have been authorized to export to Taiwan. So it's a trade promotion deal. Good, would like to be there maybe next time. Okay, next story.
Carbon border levy should start with steel, cement and fertilizers, says Polish government. The idea is to protect European industries which are facing higher carbon prices than foreign competitors in countries like China.
Yeah, and what's going on here is that they're trying to avoid the risk of so-called carbon leakage, which means that producers avoid the carbon tax by importing something made somewhere else in a heavily polluted country. And so what they're saying is if you're importing steel made somewhere else in a polluting country, it's still dirty steel. So that's kind of the idea. Makes some sense. I like it. Fair enough. Next story.
The last story. Poland prolongs Turow mine life despite international outcry. Poland's climate ministry has extended a mining concession for the open pit coal mine in Turow until 2044, outraging environmental campaigners who said the move would worsen the climate crisis.
Yeah, and this is this huge open pit coal mine in Turow, which is far southwest Poland, right next to the Czech border. It is closer to Prague than it is to Wrocław.
I don't know the city.
Far left, almost the very last city, southwest Poland. But you can understand why the Czechs are outraged. They're pissed off because, look, they're polluting so badly and it's affecting the Czech Republic. So, of course, they're appealing to the EU. Makes sense. Hey, shut them down. Shut down the coal mines, right? Okay. Good, Magda. We're under our 10 minutes today, right? We're going to be on for Monday?
Yeah, perfect time.
Exactly. Monday's a holiday in Poland, but we're going to go live anyway, right?
Yeah, we come back on Monday morning at the same time.
Great. Have a great weekend. Talk to you Monday.
The same to you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.